Pilot, I need you to deliver these plans to Dr. Apfel in Springfield.
You do realize that UPS will deliver this much better than I can.
Are you insane, Pilot? If Dr. Apfel is not present when UPS delivers this, they will just throw it over the fence, and Dr. Apfel will likely not receive it. No, it must be delivered pronto.
Fine, fine. Will I be getting travel pay for this?
Travel pay? Oh, man, you saved me, you saved me. No.
Hello YouTube, this is Gijaro with Nerdtopia coming at you once again with a video review. Today we are going to step back in time to the year 2007. Yes, this is the year that brought us that mediocre G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra. Now the toy line of The Rise of Cobra was slightly better than the movie itself. It did give us the Cobra Night Raven. Actually, in this case it was the Mars Industry Night Raven. But it was still a remake of the original Cobra Night Raven that was molded after the SR-71. Now, this here is not the SR-71. It is a more modern take on the Night Raven. It happens to look really good, but as you can see, it is huge. In order to fit it in my studio here, I did have to cut a lot of it out. We will get a closer look at that in due time, but right now I think it is best we take a look at the Air Viper. So let's raise up a little bit so I got room to move him around. It is the Night Viper, or the Air Viper, I'm sorry. And as you can see, looking at that head sculpt, it is a nice helmeted head sculpt. It is molded on, it is not an actual helmet. You can see that it is just one mold hooked to the ball joint of the neck, but it is still a nice sculpt. You can got some nice silver. Let's focus in on the silver. There we go. And you can kind of see how it just kind of folds over the head, as seen when Ripcord donned the helmet towards the end of the movie. Got some nice red goggles across the top. They do not move, they don't do anything, they just sit there. You can see some silver along the eye visor, as well as a bit of silver in the rebreather. Got the ear set. Hold on, let's focus in on the ear set. There we go, and you can see you got a little bit of red in there. Again on the other side. The vest is removable. It is a nice molded vest. Nice little details. A belt buckle. He's got a pouch on the right side. Behind the pouch there is a clasp that makes the vest removable. It's a soft plastic, so it doesn't quite plug in as firmly as it should, but it does stay. Let's see, he's got silver pocket along the side of his arms on both sides. Nice detail. You can even see the little button on it. Nice little wrinkle mold coming down. Nice texture on the vest. The gun in the vest is molded in. It does not come out. It's painted up in a silver. It's got a silver handle. Nice little flaps coming over the top to lock it in place. Would have been nice if it was removable, but I don't think they quite got to that level then. Come down. Can see the chaps of his uniform is just a slightly different black. Come down the knees. He's got some gray knee pads. Got a metallic boot calf cover. with some black detailing. And it wraps all the way around his calves. Come back up. You can see the gray for the joints of the knee pad. Some more detailing on that vest. Nice little wrinkles. He does have the backpack plug. Now his only accessory is the vest. He has no guns or firearms or anything else. And for articulation, his head is on a ball joint. He can look up that far. He can look down that far. His head can do the poltergeist 360. His arm is on a swivel. It can go all the way around like so. And it does come out. Good range of motion there. His elbow joint can get just under a 90-degree bend. He does have swivel in his elbows. He's got swivel wrists. And this was before the multi-articulated wrists, so they don't do anything else. He has a bicep swivel underneath his vest. He's got the T-ball joint for hips. They can split out that far. They can kick up that far, not a whole lot. Can go back that far. He does have double jointed knees. You get good range of motion there. No thigh swivel, but he does have an ankle swivel. And they can go all the way around. They can go up that far. And they can go down that far. Now this is a remold of the 25th anniversary Air Viper. It's a straight up repaint. And let's see. Balance is okay. It's not perfect, but it's okay. Can get them to stand up okay without a battle stand. However, a lot of the poses that you might want to put them in might be a bit difficult due to just lack of any real great articulation. His feet are just a little too small to get him to do any of the major poses. But then he is a pilot, so what would you expect? He's supposed to be in his jet, not outside of it. In any case, that is it for the Air Viper. We're going to set him aside, and we are going to take a look at the Night Raven. And so we're going to raise up because this is one big puppy. Let me tell you, this sucker is huge. It is so huge that I cannot put it all into the screen without going outside of the studio, and I'm still too new at this game to go outside the studio. So we're going to do this the hard way. We're just going to take it right down the nose. Yep, just like that. Very nice detailing. You can see at the nose, the radar is in just a slightly different kind of black. Can't tell much about that. You can see the detailing, kind of girded metal here at the nose. Red cockpit, you can get a nice look inside. More of that gridded metal across the top, coming down the side and the front wings. Nice little silver detail. Dust is not included. The dust is an extra charge. Okay. Yeah, it's dirty, but then this is a few years old. Got some detailed decals here, and you do have to apply them yourself. And you can see mine's already starting to come off in places. And molded in black, there are some grays along the belly. Can see the wheels are not separate. They are molded in so they do not roll. You can see some hydraulic detailing in there. However, I would have liked to have seen a bit more. Come here, you got the Stand Clear Sea Injet decal. clear translucent red for the jet intakes. It is battery operated. You need 3 AA batteries. Mine does not work. I do not recall if they ever did work. I know they don't work now. I tested it before I started this. More black. You can see the Cobra insignia. It does have 6 missiles on each side. I will show how they work momentarily. Coming down, you got some nice panel detailing along the side of it. Along the back wings, you have some more silver, some black, more decal placements, Mars Industry, the logo for the Night Raven Squadron, and coming down the back of it, got some gray sitting inside the jet thrusts. And you can still see more of the dust that this thing has collected over the years. Like I said, I've had this since about 2008, I believe. And that is the Night Raven. Now, like I said, there is a special feature in here. It is a gimmick. I do not know that the gimmick was really made this vehicle any better. In my opinion, it actually made it pretty worse, because you get this bulky pistol grip that sits underneath it, and it folds down, and pull the trigger, and 2 missiles fire, 1 from each side. And oh wait, and it is a shotgun feature, which means you do have to give it the pump action. Wait a minute. That's pump action is not working so well. I don't know what happened here. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Fire again, and pump action, and it sits and fire, 2 fires, pump action, and 2 fires. And of course, now that I did that, I am now going to have to go out and try and find 6 missiles that fired across the room. I have had this since 2008, like I said, and so far I have yet to have lost the missiles. I do not want to start now, so let's go try and find the missiles. And I found the 6 missiles that were fired right here, and we are just going to put 3 of those aside, and they just slide back into the hole like so and lock into place, and locks into place, and locks into place. Now, like I said, I don't know that that was actually a feature that was necessary for this vehicle. Actually, this vehicle had done real well by itself. And put those in, put that in, and we're going to take a quick look at one of these missiles here before I put it back into place. Really, it's not that great a missile. It's just one of those things added just for the feature. You can see the little lock grip at the back of it. We've got little tiny steering vanes across the front. I am certain there are several things they could have done to make this better, but alas, it is what we've got. And probably the only real downside to the Night Raven, it is a nice uptake to the original Night Raven, although you don't have the drone that piggybacks on the original. That would have been a nice adage. I would have rather had that than the missiles. To tell you the truth, that would have been a nice touch. But this is the Night Raven. It is the Mars Industries take on the SR-71 modern update. And yeah, it's a nice vehicle. Now, I doubt you're going to be able to find this on Big Bad Toy Store or Hasbro. You should be able to find some on eBay. God knows what the price on that will be. Should be able to find some. Might be able to find some on Amazon. Again, God knows what the price on it will be. But I will see about putting links there anyways, just to make things easier for you. So this is Gijara. This is the Cobra, Rise of Cobra Night Raven from the G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra. And this is Gijara with Nerdtopia telling you to have a good day. I will come again with another review. One feature I did neglect to mention was the cockpit itself, and we are going to take a look at that. And you will notice across the top that it has what appears to be an air brake panel ending right here. Wow. At that, and if you lift that up, the cockpit does come down. I doubt I'll get too much detail in there, but you can see it's got a little control panel right here at the foot of the cockpit. Lots of dust inside. It's got two controls, not very detailed inside to tell you the truth. It is molded in red. Let's move down here just a tad so we can get a good look at it. Okay. Now the Air Viper does fit inside this in a kind of a reclining position. Now I could be wrong. What kind of jet has the pilot laying down doing Mach 3.5 in the air? It seems to me that with all the pressure he's getting, it's just going to help put him to sleep even faster. But it is what they have. He can barely hold the handles, and he cannot hit the controls whatsoever. Now just push the air brake back in. Let's raise up just a bit so you can watch me do this. Raise the camera, and we just push down the air brake, and it just lifts him into position. And I don't think I had him in there properly because it should just close right on up. Come on now, you can do this. Try this again. And I don't know, am I missing something here? Because it worked before. Maybe it's his arms. His arms are outside the thing. Okay, now let's try it. Please. It does work, I swear. I had it working before. Let's see. Okay. Let's try it now. And yeah, it works almost. And he is in there. Yes, that's almost. What is it? Feels like his hand. It is his hand on the other side. Okay, here we go. There we go, now it's closed, see? And if we can get a good look in there, you can see, raise it up, you can see him lying down in there. A nice touch. But yes, that is the Night Raven with the Air Viper. And this is Gijara with Nerdtopia. And we have the Night Raven with Air Viper from the G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra toy line. So, have a good day. I will come again with another review. The same sign off that I gave you not but 30 seconds ago. Have a good day, folks.